Okay, first off, you're gonna need around 6 pounds of pig leg meat, 2 packages of dry corn husk, salt, around 10 pounds of 10 tortilla dough, and around 2 pounds of pig lard. Once the corn husks are out of the package, you're gonna have to take off the little corn hairs and make sure they're clean. Now that the corn hairs are completely removed, let the corn husks soak for about 3 hours. Make sure they're completely submerged and stir frequently. Meanwhile, the corn husks are soaking, you're gonna start heating up the water to cook the meat. You're gonna need to heat up the water until boil. You're gonna need to add salt and half a head of garlic. The garlic part is optional. Start chopping the meat. You're gonna have to chop it in small pieces. Make sure an adult helps you with the knife. Once the meat is completely chopped, make sure to wash it well. Once the water starts to boil, add the washed meat. Stir the meat after it's added. After a while, you're gonna see some foam in the meat. You're gonna have to take it out with the spoon and throw it out. Add the pickler into a pot. Put it over around medium heat, a little above medium heat until it melts. Okay, now we're gonna start to prepare the dough. First, you're gonna add a generous amount of salt and the pig lard. And then you're gonna have to start mixing it all. You're gonna have to mix the dough really well. If you taste it and it doesn't taste too good, add a little bit more salt to it. It might need it. The end result after mixing the dough, it should be really soft, and if it feels dry, add a bit of water or broth from the meat. It should be soft enough for the dough to stick to the corn husk for the tamale. Okay, so the meat is ready. So now we're gonna use the broth to prepare the chile for the tamales. Now take the cooked meat out of the pot and place it in a large mixing bowl. This chile is already pre-made, so the only thing you're gonna have to do is crumble it in a pot. Okay, now you pour the broth into the chile. Be careful because the broth has to be warm. You're gonna have to stir with your hand. When the broth is cooled down enough, then start crumbling the chile with your hands. Okay, let the chile rest for a minute. Let it cool down until it warms so you won't burn yourself. Stir for a bit with the spoon. The reason you're gonna have to stir with your hand is to let all the dried chile crumble. When the broth is cooled down enough, then start crumbling the chile with your hands. Now you should have boiled and chile. It should be a little bit thicker than this, but it will still work. After a few hours of letting the leaves soak, you should let them drain for a few minutes. This is how the husk should look after spraying the dough around them, on one side of them. Once the dough is spread, you should take a spoonful of chile and add 2 to 3 pieces of meat to it. then fold it up in a tamale shape. After that's finished, neatly organize them in a pot and cook them from 3 to 4 hours.